Theseus' ship. This philosophical problem arose many years ago, presented by the Greek philosopher Plutarch. He presented us with an Athenian ship that little by little had its parts replaced for metal ones until it was completely made up of metal instead of wood, which led to the questioning of how identity is preserved after undergoing change. Later on, an English philosopher named Thomas Hobbes created a variation in which the pieces that were taken out of the original ship were kept, to later build a new ship with them, posing the question of which ship was in fact Theseus' ship, since their pieces had shifted. With the Athenian ship that had its pieces changed for metal ones started the whole philosophical debate. Firstly, Plato and Heraclitus defended the concept of identity. For them, even if the ship had its parts replaced for metal ones, it was still Theseus' ship, as in the world of the ideas. It was still the same ship even when us as humans could not perceive it as the same because we only have access to the world of senses. Time after, with the variation of the paradox presented by Hobbes, in which a new ship was created with the original pieces, the materialist proposed that the ship that had a new material, in this case metal, was a new ship, and that the rebuilt one that was made from the original material was in fact Theseus' ship, the original ship. Taking into account this idea, Leibniz attempted to take the phenomenon to a mathematical level, presenting Leibniz's law, saying that as the properties of the original ship and the rebuilt one are the same wood, it makes them the same ship and the original one. Therefore, when x and y have the same properties, or in other words are numerically identical, the x and the y are the same. To explain it better, let's use some real-life examples. It has been proven that every cell of our bodies dies and is replaced by a new one every 7 years. Thus, we do not have the same cells now as when we were born. Therefore, when everything that composes us is replaced, are we still the same individuals? Some would say that no, we are not the same person as when we were born, but others would say that yes, we are still the same individual. This takes into account that our mind and consciousness are what makes us who we are. So even if every cell of ourselves has been replaced, we are still the same consciousness. We just have evolved and been through more experiences than when we were born. But what happens if we consider objects and not people, which don't have an extracorporeal quality, consciousness, or mind? If there is a teddy bear that loses an arm, and it is replaced, then a leg, and it is replaced too, and the cycle keeps going until every single body part of the bear has been replaced, some will say that it is still the same teddy bear, but others will say it is not, as every single component that made up the stuffed animal was changed, so it is now a new teddy bear. All these examples makes us start wondering and questioning ourselves. What makes someone who they are? If some parts of a person or object change, is it still the same? Is it different, or is it new? What about when every part is changed? What is identity and where does it come from? How does identity change over time? As a team, we discussed all of these questions very thoroughly, and we decided that this philosophical paradox has two different sides. The first one refers to human beings, in which even after going through change, a person has the same identity thanks to their mind and consciousness, remaining the original one. On the other hand, when talking about an object, when all of its components have been changed, it is a new object, a different one. It is no longer the original.